R. Kelly is currently sitting behind bars for numerous sex crimes, and one of his victims has just been granted first dibs at attaining money from his Sony Music royalty account. On Thursday, March 23, Illinois Supreme Court ruled Heather Williams was entitled to access the disgraced singer's label fund, which was reportedly valued at $1.5 million in 2020, according to Billboard. Before Midwest Commercial Funding, a property manager that won its own separate $3.5 million ruling against Kelly over unpaid rent on a Chicago studio. In 2020, Williams won a $4 million judgment against Kelly after filing a civil lawsuit against him a year prior. She alleged that when she was 16, the I Believe I Can Fly hitmaker lured her to his studio on a promise she could be in a music video and then had sex with her multiple times as a minor. The state high court's decision on Thursday upheld an earlier ruling by a lower court that Williams, and not Midwest Commercial, should be given priority to access the royalties because she was the first to properly file a demand for the money. The earlier ruling ordered the label to hand over any funds currently in Kelly's royalty account to Williams and to keep paying her from his royalties until the judgment was paid off. Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, is seeking to overturn the $4 million judgment, and told Billboard that the award to Williams never should have been entered because it was issued after Kelly failed to respond to a judgment he knew nothing about. Last month, Kelly was sentenced to 2 decades behind bars by a Chicago judge for his federal sexual assault case. At the sentencing, which took place on February 22, the judge ruled that all but 1 year would be served concurrent to the 30-year sentence he's currently serving in New York after being found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking. A grand jury ultimately found the Chicago native guilty on 6 of the 13 federal charges, which included 3 child pornography charges for sexually abusing 4 girls, 3 of whom were minors. They also found Kelly guilty of making 3 videos of himself sexually assaulting his 14-year-old goddaughter, which resulted in another 3 charges for producing sex tapes with a minor. The ruling comes shortly after a series of pending sex abuse charges against R. Kelly in Cook County, Illinois were dropped. The singer was indicted in 2019 on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 alleged victims, 3 of whom were under the age of consent.